Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive. Today we are going to be looking at a young Australian runner, Gout. And this is from a great video by David Goodman, Primetime. Really enjoy the video, so make sure you check out his channel. And also Fred Mucaria News. Always bring you guys the best content from around the world. But yeah, so Gout, this 16-year-old Australian runner, is he going to be the next Usain Bolt? That is the question we are asking today.
Yeah, well, he is. Doing some pretty incredible things. He just shattered this 56-year-old Australian record in the 200 meters, 20.04 seconds, which is faster than Bolt.
Whoa, hold on. Faster than Bolt?
At the same age.
At the same age.
Yeah.
Okay, so not only is he fast, but is there something different about the way he runs?
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of these sprinters, and it's all about that explosive start. It's like drag racers just hitting the gas, from 0 to 60 as fast as possible. Yep. But Gout's a little different. He kind of builds speed throughout the race. He hits his peak in the second half. So it's less like a drag racer, more like a Formula One car, carefully maneuvering, and then unleashing that incredible speed.
Okay, so this record-breaking run, it wasn't just like a fluke. He's not
some flash in the pan?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's like a real strategy and a technique behind his speed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what makes it so interesting, that he's been invited to train with the Olympic champion Noah Lyles.
Oh, wow.
So Lyles is known for that same kind of strategic running.
Okay.
And his training group is like the Avengers of sprinting. You got all these top athletes pushing each other to be their best.
Yeah.
So for Gout to get that kind of mentorship at 16.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So he turned pro at 16.
Yeah.
That's wild. Most 16-year-olds are worried about, passing their driving test or, getting a date to prom, not $1 million contracts. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it seems like his family, who emigrated from South Sudan, they're really focused on supporting his dream. And they're making sure that he balances his athletic career with finishing year 12. Yeah. Which shows a lot of maturity, honestly.
Right.
And it's not just his family, it's his whole team, his coaches, his managers, everyone. They're really trying to protect him from those pressures that come with early fame.
Right, because, it's a lot to handle for somebody that young.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's got a good head on his shoulders and a strong support system, which has got to be crucial. Especially with all the Bolt comparisons.
Yeah.
Swirling around. I mean, that kind of expectation, it's a lot to live up to.
It is. And I think, there are definitely parallels, in their running style. It's important to remember that Gout is forging his own path.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be the next Usain Bolt. He even said, when I was younger, I didn't think I could compete against the best or even train with them. Now I'm up there. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, that's great. He seems like he's genuinely excited to be on this journey. Okay, we got this incredibly talented kid, breaking records, training with the best, and seemingly handling the pressure with a level head. What does this all mean for his future? What are we looking at here?
Well, he's already qualified for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo, which is a massive achievement in itself.
Right.
But what's really exciting is his potential in the long term. I mean, some experts believe he could break the 20-second barrier in the 200 meters.
20-second barrier.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I am curious, what were his early days like? Was he always this phenomenal? Or was there a moment when people realized, hey, this kid's got something special?
It's interesting you asked that, because his journey really started on a simple school oval. His coach, D. Shepard, spotted him running at Ipswich Grammar School when Gout was just 14. Yeah, and even then, Shepard saw the raw talent. And that unique ability to accelerate in the latter half of a race.
Okay. So it wasn't just a sudden burst onto the scene. It sounds like there was a careful development of his skills over time.
Exactly. Take, for example, the Queensland Athletics Championships. In March of 2024, he competed in the under-18 division and ran the 100 meters in 10.29 seconds.
Okay.
Which is remarkable because he would have won the under-20 and even the open race with that time beating out older, more experienced runners, and all of this without any wind assistance.
Okay, so that must have been a statement moment for him. It's he was letting everyone know, hey, I'm a force to be reckoned with.
It definitely caught people's attention. And then a few months later, he went on to compete in the World Junior Championships, which is a major step up, facing the best young sprinters from around the world.
Yeah. I bet that was a whole other level of pressure. How do you handle it?
Well, he had this incredible race. against Waza, a South African sprinter. Waza took an early lead, and it looked like he might run away with it. But then in the second half of the race, Gout kicked into that higher gear we were talking about.
Right. So even against, top international competition, that strategic running style was paying off.
Absolutely. He almost caught Waza. And when experts analyzed the race footage, they were blown away. He ran the first 100 meters in about 10.8 seconds, which is already incredibly fast. But then, get this, he ran the second 100 meters in about 9.7 seconds.
Right, he got faster in the second half of the race.
Yeah, most sprinters slow down a bit, in the second half of a 200-meter race.
Right.
But that's what makes him so unusual. I mean, most sprinters are like fireworks. It's all about that initial burst of energy. But Gout is more like a well-oiled machine, building momentum, hitting peak performance at just the right time. And that second 100-meter split was only a tiny fraction of a second slower than Arian Knighton, who was one of the fastest sprinters in the world at that time.
Oh, wow. So clearly he had the talent, he had the strategy.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that. Queensland All-Schools Championships in November of 2024. That was his real breakout moment.
You could say that. He broke his own record in the 200 meters, finishing in an astonishing 20.04 seconds.
Yeah.
Which put him among an elite group of junior sprinters, including names like Arian Knighton and, yes, Usain Bolt.
Yeah, I mean, that's when the Bolt comparisons really took off.
They did. And it's understandable. People see that speed, they see the way he runs, and they immediately think of Bolt.
Right.
But I think what's often overlooked is the incredible team that Gout has around him.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. Like, who are the key people guiding him on this journey?
Well, his coach, Dee Shepherd, has been there from the beginning, He's the one who first recognized Gout's potential back on that school oval, and he's been carefully nurturing his talent ever since.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond just coaching, Shepherd's become a real mentor for him, someone Gout can trust and confide in, which is so important for a young athlete facing these kinds of pressures.
Yeah, it's like having a coach and a friend all rolled into one.
Exactly. And then there's his manager, James Templeton. He's handling the business side of things, making sure Gout has the resources he needs to succeed, but also shielding him from overexposure.
Right.
Templeton understands that a long and successful career means being strategic about opportunities, not just chasing every dollar.
Yeah, that's refreshing to hear. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype, and push these young athletes too far, too fast. It sounds like his team is really focused on the long game.
They are. And it's not just the professionals either. His family plays a huge role too. His parents, Boner and Monica, they've instilled in him these values of hard work and humility. And even with all the attention and excitement, they've kept him grounded, reminding him that success is about more than just winning races.
Yeah, you can imagine the pride they must feel watching him achieve his dreams. What about the wider athletics community? How have they responded to his rise?
Well, Australia has always been a sports-loving nation, and they've really embraced Gout. He's become a source of national pride, and you can feel that energy when he competes.
Yeah.
And it's not just in Australia either. He's getting attention globally. Even Usain Bolt himself has commented on Gout, saying, he looks like a young me.
Wow. I mean, that's got to be a surreal moment.
Yeah.
For a young athlete, to get that kind of recognition from your idol.
It is. And it speaks to the impact he's already having on the sport. He's inspiring a new generation of sprinters, showing them what's possible with dedication and belief in yourself.
So what's next for Gout? Where does this incredible journey go from here?
Well, the immediate focus is the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo.
Okay.
He'll be facing off against the best in the world, which will be an incredible test. And of course, everyone's looking ahead to the 2032 Olympics in Brisbane, his hometown.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine the atmosphere? If he's competing for gold on home soil.
That would be electric. But even beyond specific events, what I find so compelling about Gout's story is his approach. He's driven, he's talented, but he's also grounded and humble. It feels like he's in this for the right reasons, for the love of the sport.
Yeah, that's what makes him such a captivating figure. He's not just chasing records, he's chasing excellence. And he's doing it with a maturity and perspective that's rare to find in someone so young.
It really is an incredible story, and I'm excited to see what he does next. This kid is a force to be reckoned with, and his story is just getting started. And to think we got all this incredible insight from a fantastic YouTube video by David Goodman Primetime. So if you haven't already, Go check out his channel. He does such great work.
He does.
And while you're at it, why not give Fred Makaria News a subscribe to? They're both doing incredible work, highlighting these amazing stories from the world of sports. But now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Gout's journey so far? Do you think he can live up to the hype and become a legend? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the most fascinating topics out there.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.